Today is 343rd day that I upload a daily lesson, the lesson that I learned, the lesson I'm learning, to share my lessons to support your growth, to support your dreams, to become the person you want to become. And today I was speaking with my friend, and he was sharing about the soccer game that he played, and I was thinking about soccer because I compared soccer game with live game, because there are so many similarities, and I would love to share those similarities. So first thing, that when we understand that we have been chosen to play in this game, every single player, every single person is playing a live game, and we need to understand that we chosen ourselves to play this game because we beat our brothers and sisters and she showed up to our mother's eggs first, because that is the first win of all. And after that, we a lot of times forget that we started with a win, and after that we become losers and we think that we are losers, but at the end of the day, every single person starts their life with a win, and we're supposed to keep that winning attitude for whole life. So when I think about soccer, there's four key players in every single team. Of course, there's some in between, but let's look at those four. So it's a goalie, defender, a middle, and the offense. So that means when you have those four players, of course the team could be the best. We have 11 players, but let's look into those four regions. So one is a goalie. So when we're comparing a goalie to our life, like a lot of times people choose to be a goalie in life as well. So that means they have that small boundaries, and they started working a job and then choose that job for a long time. Like they're playing that game and working that job for 30 years, and they don't want to go any outside of their boundaries, and they just try to protect and have stability, because they don't want to go outside of those boundaries, because they're afraid that they will lose. Now, second is defender. So that means, of course, defender have a more ability to go around and do something, but a lot of times they still stay at their base and defense, because what defense people do, that if they go out and they make mistake, they never go outside again, because they stay in defense. So that means that they are employees, but for a period of time they try to go to offense and build a business, and their business fails, they go back to the defense and start finding a job and stay there for a long time, because they think, okay, offense is not for me, business is not for me, I'm a defender and I will do this job a great job. Now, third one is middle. So middle is they go back and forth between offense and defense. So that means one season they could be playing in as job people, or sometimes other season they could be business owners, and they go back to being artists and hobbies. So that means that they could be in one direction, a good direction. It depends on the season. So a lot of times those people have a business, it could have a job, it could be small business owners, it could be investors. So they feel comfortable in one side or other side. It depends on the season. Now, the fourth person is the offense. And when you think about offense, for them is the best part is that they going outside, making mistakes, and they're trying to make a goal to succeed in life. So that means a lot of times those people are business owners. But a lot of times if they make mistake, they are not afraid to make mistakes, because they know that their main goal is to go and score the goal, to succeed in life. And a lot of times people are afraid to be in offense, and some offense people try to go forward and they go back to help the team, but at the end of the day, their main goal is to score the goal. Now, when I think about all those four people, what do you think? Which one are you? Are you the goalie and you have those boundaries that you don't want to get out, and you want to vent something very, very stable? Now, maybe you're a defender and you always try to think, okay, what is stable and what I could do? Maybe I want to do something very stable at the side, but something maybe I could do at the side hustle, something that was very still stable. Now, maybe you're middle. Maybe you're able to be artist, maybe a business owner, maybe you are a traveler who travels, do one thing at one season, one thing, the other season something else. Or maybe offensive, that you always go forward, no matter what, you make a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, you want to score the goal. Now, if you're a goalie or a defender, your life could be very, very successful if you understand one of the most important lessons, that if you are a defender and you are afraid of risks, what you need to do, you need to find people who are all about offense. Because when you think about soccer team, every soccer team needs to have even fifth most important part. So when you think about any single team, what they have in common, every single team has a coach or a mentor. So that means if you have a mentor, there's a saying that I really love, that if show me your mentor and I will show your future. If you do not have a mentor, that means that you might be living your future. So a mentor is very, very important, because mentor and coach could lead you to levels that you never achieved. So that means you build your team. And when you think about a startup, I really love this example, that every single startup is supposed to have every single person. So they need to have a goalie, you need to have a defender, you need to have a middleman, and you have offense. For example, let's look into an example as a startup. So that means a goalie will be the person who is oriented in making sure that everything in that business is in order. Every single detail is known, every single process and system is known, so that they are able to protect the majority area in the business. Now there is a defender. So that means a defender is more about the person who is looking outside what kind of offense people could come in the business and try to destroy that business. So that person is very important, because they are looking at legal requirements, they look into other competitors, and they look into what they are doing to make sure that they protect their business from any outside resources. Now the middleman is the person who always speaking with offense and defense. As again, we do not take too much offense and we do not take defense too much as well, because it's very, very important for the middleman to be able to speak with both defense and offense and bring the ball between all sides at the same time. And now offense, of course, is one of the most important person, because when you want to succeed in business, you need to have that offense person that will go out, start to speak with people, raise money, bring relations together, bring partnerships together, bring new people on the board together, and there are so many things that he needs to do. But of course, when you have the goalie and defender who protects the business, and a middleman who is able to run everything together and make sure that everything is on the same page, then of course it's much easier to go outside and bring those relations in a business. So there are so many similarities between life, business, and soccer game, and I truly believe that you need to choose to be a player, because when we start life, a lot of times we do not score yet, and you are playing in a field and you say, yeah, I would love to succeed. But if you would love to succeed, sometimes you need to change yourself for a short period of time and go fully offense and not being afraid to make mistakes, because when we're thinking about life, you are not able to lose the game of life. The only way you lose a life if you never try to win the game. When you try to win the game, no matter what happens, you still win the game. I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.